Hello everyone, Canon Low here with more Path of Exile, and I'm still going to be solo for this episode, and we're getting right into maps. So I think I might have touched on this a little bit on the episode with the Katava fight and everything, but just to reiterate on the map system and everything is that pressing the G key as soon as you unlock the atlas, it will give you all of the maps that are available. Like, you have some of the unique maps are on here. Well, I mean, technically all of the maps are on here, but you can see how they are connected. Well, unique maps are you can pretty much do any map whenever you want. But if you want a specific map, well, besides the unique ones, if you want a specific just tier map, doing a tier below is probably your best bet, or just do your highest tier map. Like, the higher the tier map, the higher the tier that you're probably going to get out of it. And every map kind of has their own theme, and has a unique boss at the end that you need to kill in order to have it completed. And completing the bonus, if you do maps with a higher quality, with a certain quality like tier 5 and below, is all you need to do is kill the boss of a magic or higher version. And tier 6 and higher is rare, and I think 11 or higher is like rare corrupted. Yeah. And the higher the quality, the higher the rarity of map, the higher chance you will get you have higher chance of getting better rewards, but they are much harder. Like, for an example, this one, enemies have 20% more life, the unique boss is much harder, and stuff like that. So I'm probably not going to do this specific map for this one, but I might do like the Alleyways map. And I think, yeah, I already have the Alleyways map anyway, done as it is. So they added a bunch of new maps with the addition of the Elder, and the Elder supposedly is in competition with the Shaper. I think this is a picture of the Elder right here, an example of him, and then here's the Shaper. Shaper's like, I don't know, for some reason I just kind of think of him as the more civilized of the two. In order to activate maps, you need to go to the Templar Laboratory after you defeat Katava, and all you need to do is use one of these map items on it to create the map. And you have 6 different portals, 6 different chances to beat the map. Well, unless you have it's basically a portal per entrance. So if you're playing with multiple people, well, then you might have to use multiple portals in order to go in there. So in order to get maps, they're just random drops from, like, mostly tier Act 10 and probably some tier 9. I forget the exact level that you need to be. It's probably like 60 plus gives you a chance to drop tier 1 maps. I really don't remember, but it's mostly Act 9 and 10. Once you start doing maps, you'll be able to get quests from Santa.
New.
I won't do the daily mission this time because it's level 75, and I'm not even level 70 yet, so I'm not quite.
Stay inquisitive.
Once I get to like level 72 or something, I'm probably gonna start doing Xana's daily missions for this character. But once you get Xana to level 3, you can invite her to your hideout and get your personal map device. And the reason why you want to get this map device in your hideout is that it increases the quantity of items found in the area, so it does give you a slightly higher chance of getting better items. And I'm going to enchant some of these. 14% increased monster damage, of course. I'm probably just going to make all of these magic. Tier 7. Ooh, boy. I might want to re-roll that. Well, the thing is that I don't even know which ones that I have done and which ones I haven't, because they, since they did the whole rearranging the Atlas thing. So, Coral Ruins. Where is that? Is there a way to move the inventory to the other side of the screen? Because, as you can see here, like, the map that you're looking at is highlighted. So, Coral Ruins. Plateau. Because if I haven't done it before, I'm going to need to do a rare version of it. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to do a magic version. Coral Ruins, okay, I can do that. Infested Valley. There we go, okay. I think I've pretty much done all these maps. Residence map. Or at least it gave me credit for it. Oh, come on, where is it? Academy, Gardens. Must be up here. Okay, there we go. Okay, then I don't really need to worry about it. I think most of the maps that I do have... This one I might not want to do, because crit chance is annoying. Just do that. Players at point blank. Well, that's okay. Let's... Okay, no more elemental resistance, so okay. More magic monsters, that's good. More monster life, not bad. Monsters have 2 projectiles, that might be bad. Less effective curses. It's not terrible. Ooh, temporal chains. I do not like temporal chains. Oh boy, of course I got that mod. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with dealing with if you want to enchant your maps, is that some of them you can get pretty bad mods. Like temporal chains is probably one of the worst mods you can get, because temporal chains, getting permanent temporal chains is just really, really annoying, especially with all the monsters moving faster and attacking faster than you. Okay, so let's just do this tier 2 map here. Let's do the Alleyways, since it's only tier 2. It's going to be level 69, I think. And I know Warmonger's probably going to make a comment about that, so... It's based on Oriath, it looks like. I do like how the maps kind of, they represent kind of like an area that you've already seen, or it's based off of it, except it's new stuff. Wow. Upgrade Flame Dash. 43 mana. Typically, I don't really like doing rare maps or higher because their difficulty is significantly harder than just flat out magic ones. course, they have one of those immortality totem things. There we go. Projectile weakness with projectiles really hurts when it wants to. I don't think I have any tier 1 maps to use with the Galore at this time, so fortunately I can't pick that up. And continuing to fail at using my flasks is always nice. And smoke mine. I mean, smoke mine lasts like, you know, it's being 10 seconds, it's good enough to have all of the time if you really try. Acid spark, good stuff. Got a sextant. Honestly, I don't think I have ever used... I don't think I've ever used a sextant, so I'm not entirely sure how they work. I think they add basically mods to all of your maps, so if you want like an excruciatingly painful map and the best rewards, it is a way to do that, I think. But like I said, since I don't think I've ever used one, and I would probably sell them rather than actually use them myself anyway, I am not entirely sure how they work. I thought there was a path down here that, yeah, there's a path down here I didn't take yet. Some of these maps they do make it pretty open with different paths, and of course, well, of course it's a dead end. Why wouldn't it be? Some of these maps do take a while though. I mean, this one's pretty big considering. And I'm not even to the higher tier maps yet. I forget if I need body armor or not. Lies blade. Plus 40% crit multiplier would be a good idea to use for a crit melee build. Unless there's a weapon that's so much better that that wouldn't be helpful, like Starforge. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever. Whoa there! You can calm down at any time. There's a sword called Starforge that is really expensive because it's from one of the hardest bosses in the game, the Shaper. And it is also probably one of the best swords in the game because it gives you like plus 100 base life and it deals some of the highest damage in the game, but it is two-handed, which I guess isn't really that big of a deal considering that if you're going to be using one of the highest damage swords in the game, you're probably going to be more DPS than tanky anyway. And I don't think I'll ever fight Shaper, to be completely honest, because Shaper is just kind of one of those bosses that unless you're really, really good at the game or have a build specifically built to kill him, it's you're probably just gonna get insta-killed by if any of his attacks hit you, which is not really a good thing. And the boss, well, I would honestly rather sell the pieces of the map to kill Shaper rather than actually fight him anyways. I'm just kind of one of those people who I would rather get like a guaranteed money out of stuff rather than taking the risk and actually going out there and fighting him myself. Guess I can do this. Yeah, there. And I don't know if I need another body armor or not. Fire Trap is really good for killing weak mobs. And the burning ground really does help sometimes against some of the rare enemies too. Well, I think we found the boss. Of course he would use fire. Stop slashing me. I got him though, without dying, surprisingly. Considering that I've only got 30% fire resist, and he was using mainly fire. Okay, let's see if we can... There's only 5 monsters left. Well, I almost leveled up to 72. Yeah, 70. It's like 72%. Yeah, I mean, maybe the boots I could use. $62.70. There we go. Yeah, that's that one thing.
At your service.
And I got another map. Poison on it, yeah. I was gonna look at what is this leveled up 40 Cane Surge. Does it say? No, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna upgrade Arcane Surge support above level 8 because of how the way that I have it set up is that every time I activate Fire Dash, Flame Dash, that it activates that. So it's recovery of. I might as well do it. Why not? Well, I guess I forgot to see whether or not I needed boots. I guess I could have used those boots. Whoops. Boots and gloves, I think. Yeah. Kind of run out of space, too. Pretty much like the only way I actually make currency is by the Chaos Orb recipe, because pretty much somebody has to want what's in my stash tab, and well, unfortunately nobody seems to want anything that I'm selling. So the lookout is based off of the Cathedral rooftop. It has that really nice raining aesthetic to it. That's pretty nice. Ow. Well, at least... Oh, it has the floating orbs of death again. That might be a good thing that Warmonger isn't with me, because he... I mean... Well, I might die from them too, but... more often than not, stuff like that would get him because of how his build is. Stupid orbs of death. Honestly, I don't even know why they came up with a thing like that. I really don't. Like, it slows you down and hurts you an insane amount of damage over time. Ow, ow, ow. And now enemies can just throw them around, apparently. Because I think during the campaign, those orbs would only show up, like, if a gargoyle died or something. But now enemies can just throw them, apparently. That's awesome. Of course, we have fire and ice here. Why would you just have one and not the other? I really have to say that not having max resistances is really irritating, because whenever they use an element that you're not resistant to, you pretty much feels like you're gonna die like that as soon as they use that element, because of how high damage is at this level. Like, I have 60% ice resistance or cold resistance, so it's not that bad against them, but since I only have 30% fire resist, well, I pretty much die whenever they use fire, so that's awesome. Especially if there's a rare or unique enemy that uses fire, then I'm probably like guaranteed to die from that. Level up anger. Fire trap does a little bit more damage then. There we go.